When we multiply numbers containing a decimal point, we ignore the decimal point during the multiplication and we right align our numbers. That is, in this case, the rightmost digit 2 is aligned with the rightmost digit 5, and we multiply in the usual way. So 5 times 2, carry the 1, 5 times 0 is 0 and 1. Okay, 5 times 0, 5 times 3, and now multiply by 4. Here we have 8, 0, 0. 4 times 3 is 12. Now we're multiplying by 2. Here we have 4, 0, 0, 6. And now let's add our columns. Here we have a 0, 9, 4, 5, 3, 7. And now we're ready to insert our decimal point in our product. So let's count the number of decimal places in our first number. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. And let's count the number of decimal places in our second number. We have 2 decimal places. That's a total of 6. So we're going to need 6 in the product, 6 decimal places. So let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and insert the decimal point right here. So there's our product. In number 2, one of our factors, or one number that we're multiplying by, has a lot of leading zeros to the right of the decimal point. All right. In that case, what we could do is, rather than multiply by all these zeros and have a lot of rows of zeros when while working out the product, we can just multiply ignoring our decimals. And let's just write down 506, again, ignore the decimal, times 6, again, ignore the decimal, and we just have the number 6 here. Let's write that down, and then later in the product we'll work out the number of decimal places. So here, let's multiply 506 times 6. Here we have 36. Okay, 6 times 0 is 0, bring down the 3, and 6 times 5 is 30. All right, now let's write this over here, and now let's count how many decimal places we need in our product. Well, the first factor has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal places. The second has 2 decimal places. So we need a total of 2 plus 5. We need a total of 7 decimal places in our product. So let's start counting from the right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need 3 more, 5, 6, 7. And we'll put our decimal right here and fill in with zeros. And that's our product. Our product with 7 decimal places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In example number 3, we're multiplying by a power of 10. This is a power of 10. Okay, here are some powers of 10. We have 10, or 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. Any number which is a 1 followed by zeros, that's a power of 10. When we multiply by a power of 10, we move the decimal place to the right. And we move it to the right the number of places as there are zeros in the power of 10. So this power of 10 has 3 zeros. So we're going to move 3 places to the right. So let's just write down our 3.86. And we multiply by 1,000 by moving 3 places to the right. So here we have 3 zeros. So we're going to move 1, 2, move that decimal 3 places to the right. let's put in a 0 right here as a placeholder. So our product is 3860. And a decimal to the right of our number, which we could include, but we don't have to. Now here we're going to multiply by a power of 10 again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros here. So again, let's write down our number of our other factor, 0.005, and we're just going to multiply by, this is 100,000, by this power of 10, by moving our decimal 5 places to the right. So let's do that. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our decimal is going to go right here. So we're going to have to fill in with 2 zeros to hold those places. So our final answer is 00500. Of course, we don't have to write these leading zeros because there's no decimal point here. So our final answer, our product, is 500. Here we're multiplying by a 4, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to do something similar to what we did when we multiplied by a power of 10, moving the decimal point over, but with a little variation. What we're going to do is we're going to multiply 23.5 times 4, and then we'll take care of these zeros by moving the decimal point in our product to the right 5 places. All right, so we'll first just multiply by 4. So here we have 20. Here we have 12, and add 2, we have 14. 4 times 2 is 8, and 1 is 9. And here we have 1 decimal place, so put that right here. All right, and now we're ready to move our decimal point over 5 places because we aren't really multiplying by 4, we're multiplying by 400,000. So let's start counting 5 places. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so our final answer, our product, is 940, and then 0, 0, 0, 0, 4 zeros. Okay, now we're going to multiply 3.04 multiplied by 7.05. We'll ignore the decimal places and start our multiplication. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, let's bring down that 2. And 5 times 3 is 15. All right, now we have a row of zeros. Let's just fill that in. 0, 3 zeros. Now let's multiply by 7. 7 times 4, that's 28. Carry the 2. 7 times 0 is 0. Bring down that 2. 7 times 3 is 21. Let's add our columns. So here we have a 0, 2. Here we have 13. Carry the 1. Here we have 4, 1, 2. And now we're ready to put in our decimal places. We have 2 decimal places in the first factor, 2 in the second, making a total of 4. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places in our product. So our decimal point goes right there.